The first step in the meeting process is to discuss what took place during the lesson, using an objective rather than subjective approach. In other words, looking at data to drive the meeting without your opinions interjected. To begin the meeting, review the action step that the educator developed during the prior session. Considering the needs of the individual, present the various data to discuss. Data provides objective information which can lead to a more collaborative focus during instruction and feel less like an evaluation from an administrator. The data should be connected to the action step or fidelity data if an evidence-based practice was being performed incorrectly and could have negative impact on students. When presenting data, there are multiple ways to review it. Some educators are very comfortable looking at data and analyzing it, and those educators may not need as much guidance. Other educators may need certain data highlighted or attention drawn to specific data points, whereas others may need the coach to pose questions that help them understand how to interpret the data. Educators who are less familiar with data collection may need to be led through the entire data collection process to better understand how to collect and interpret data. The needs of the educator should be considered during the planning portion of the conference process. When planning, consider how you can present the data and information using the sandwich approach, starting with a positive, providing constructive feedback in the middle, and ending with a positive note while identifying the next target. For example, when the educator does need support diving into the data, begin by drawing attention to data that shows positive takeaways, followed up by areas of data that show potential areas of growth, and finish with areas where the data show improvement across time or a positive trend. The review process can be overwhelming if careful planning is not used to meet the specific educator's needs. If the educator is unable to process the data, then their ability to participate in the remainder of the meeting begins to become a challenge, which can lead to the coach leading rather than facilitating. Typically, teachers are familiar with data review as a part of their job responsibilities, but perhaps this is an area in and of itself where a teacher may need coaching support. This often is a need of paraprofessionals who have never received formal training on student data collection and analysis.